Ladies and gentlemen, your hosts, Michael Wilkes, Angel Ortiz, Dr. Chad, and Sam La Cavera. Go check out beardedbrowns.com and be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Enjoy the show.
What is up, everybody? Welcome. It's Tuesday, 7:30. Same place, same time, same faces. Where'd Chad go? Chad is gone. He's having some technical difficulties. He's gonna come back on. But me and Mike was like, dude, it's 7:30. We gotta start the show. We can't be late. We're never late. We're always on time. We've had a good string of non-technical difficulties. I think the last technical difficulty we had the guy from Baltimore on, and my internet was shoddy that night. I think that's the last bit of technical difficulties we had. But we're here. Me and Mike's here, man. We're faithful. We've been faithful, what, 4 years now?
Coming up on it, dude.
Coming in 4 years.
Do you remember the Eric Metcalf interview when my internet was like shut down, like everybody around me?
Oh yeah, you had to come in and go out, come in and go out.
Yeah, that was brutal. Never again. That's never gonna happen.
Yeah, that was crazy. We had even had a couple of bad moments at Streamlabs. Was really bad. Whenever we had more than 3 people on, it was slow. It was slow people. Yeah, we had Gary Shuck internet at the time when it was it was pretty bad. What's up, James? What's up, KP Young? Guys, we have an announcement tonight at 8 p.m. So stay tuned. Special announcement coming your way. I don't want to start the show without Chad, but I feel like I have to. I was kind of ramble here. But
you can go on to it. I mean, the notes go in kind of order. We can knock the stuff out that's on there now. And then we can get into Chad's opinions.
Yeah. So first thing first, Browns news, believe it or not, Browns signed Damari Mathis and waived Dom Jones because he failed his physical. Nothing like bad luck coming up here in a week or so where you go in thinking you're about to play some football and they say, sorry, man, there's something wrong that we don't like. And I guess teams kind of judge. They can be the judge of what's good and what's not good when it comes to physical. So I'll be interested to see what he failed on that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what he failed as well. Obviously, bringing some new blood from somewhat of a good defense on the Browns side of the ball could hopefully help us. You never know. The guy didn't have too much play. He did play, I believe it was 16 games last year with the Denver Broncos. So you never know. We could always use some guys. There's injuries that happen. There's all kinds of other stuff. Failed physicals that happen. There's all kinds of stuff going around, right?
Yeah. It's been a pretty quiet offseason. I was at an event this weekend, and we were talking about how, like, it's quiet. Normally you have, knock on wood, normally you have some type of someone arrested, some drama happening. It seems like so far everyone's kind of come into camp on time, hopefully healthy. I read a little bit that my guy Mason Graham, there's some question marks on if he's going to be healthy. He was on a walking boot when they left off to go on their break. We're going to see if Deshaun Watson's arm is really tired or just broken or just tired, and hopefully it worked out. I mean, it looked great. Speaking of Watson, it looked great down in Florida. What's up, Hot Master? What's up? I already said hi to KP Young. Don't need to say hi to him. What's up, Rich? What's up, Shane? I'm saying what's up to everybody. I want to, give me a gift.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Yeah, gifts are always great, right?
Give me a YouTube gift. By the way, we'll monetize. So if you're on YouTube, send us some gifts, man. I don't think we've gotten one yet. But that would be
sure
great.
To like and subscribe and share. Yes. Why not share?
Oh,
send it all out there.
I think I wasted enough time to get Chad.
Yeah, we have a special guest today.
Special guest, Chad.
Oh my God.
You got 10 gems from Hot Master. Let's go. That's our first gift. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, buddy.
Our
Appreciate
first
you.
YouTube gift, man. That's a celebration.
All right,
Hey,
gems.
we're all celebrating. It's a celebration type of day. Stay tuned for that type of announcement at 8. But I'm glad, Chad, you made it in. We just talked about one thing. That was the Mathis signed and Jones filled his physical. But holy crap, 1,000 gems. Let's go from
Dude.
Kenny Porter Niner, my
The
fellow,
goat truck from a San Francisco 49ers
my fellow
fan.
West Coasters.
Yes.
Thanks for that, guys. Wow, that's awesome. Dude, do we want
That's
more?
right.
Yeah, we will not stop you for giving to the show. Trust me.
Send some stars or
Joshua Morrison
gifts,
said
all that
Duval.
fun
He's
stuff.
from Jacksonville fan over there.
This
That's
is
crazy.
a great day today, guys. It is,
Great
Angel.
day.
You're right, man. There's a lot going on today.
Listen, there's some notes in here, but I'll be honest, I don't care about the notes. I don't know Duval. Good stuff. Watson. So I went into Watson's arm looking tired toward the end of whatever camp they were in. Now it looked like it was pretty good in Florida when him and Shador Sanders were throwing to the receivers down there. It did not look like he was hurting or sore.
What did we talk about last week, right?
Yeah. Weird how that worked out, right?
I could tell you that Shador's arm looked good in that bar with I sent you guys a video where they're all out at that club.
In the club.
We're gonna get into that.
Still hype about the James. You guys seen that Junkins video of him working out?
Yes, my
Chad.
guy.
He looks
My
like he's good,
X-Factor.
right? Chad, you're the expert. Does he look good?
Your X Factor. Yeah, I saw him. I posted on both accounts. I posted on ours, like, give me all the Quinshon Judkins hype videos. It's like watching Nick Chubb lift weights. Like, it just gets me hyped up. I love seeing like the way the guy works. But even on like the Ohio Sports Stock account, I just wanted to like comment because we had a long series on his recovery. Like, there's just no worries left. There's still some people that are like, we'll see how he comes off the injury, and like, yes, anything can happen. Every single movement that guy makes looks like nothing ever happened to him. He looks smoother than last year. That's so encouraging.
Yeah, I was actually talking to James Frank. Sorry, Angel.
you-
Talking about instead of him breaking his own ankle, he's going to be breaking others' ankles.
Let's go with a better
That
offensive line too.
Yeah, that guy's moves, man. You're going to see gaps. That's honestly probably one of the most exciting things I'm excited for beyond the quarterback realm of things. But
What's up, man? K, much appreciate. Thanks for the comment on YouTube. Much appreciated. So Judy was at camp. Casey Concepcion was Boston there. I'm trying to think of some videos I saw. I know Bond
It
was
was
there.
Concepcion and Judy, I thought, just with the two quarterbacks, wasn't it?
I thought I saw Bond. I thought I saw someone with blonde hair. It might have been
More the
different.
merrier.
there was somebody else in there. Was another
can't
receiver.
But hey, they're working out, and here's the cool thing for me personally. I thought it was cool that they're working out together as a team, because you have not seen that ever.
Well,
and two quarterbacks who are competing for a position, going down, working out with the same receivers. And I mean, you guys may have seen it, but I've never seen it as far as organizationally. Now, it may come out of desperation because they need to, because they're both fighting for the starting position. Maybe they feel like they need to go out there and do it, and the receivers want to catch passes from whoever the quarterback is because they don't know who's going to start, and they want to have that chemistry right away. But credit to them from going down there and working. Granted, it's Florida. I wish I was down there working out, but I thought that was cool to see.
It's Florida enough here in Ohio.
I know it must have been hot. It's good for them though. They have two
hot.
games in Florida to open the season.
That's a good point. That's good. I didn't think about that. Yeah, so maybe they're getting used to it. So they need to send a lineman down there to get used to that heat.
Yeah.
Wear some pads. But then after that, Shador Sanders decides to spend $45,000 of his own money and fly all the way back to Cleveland, Ohio, to go to Brooklyn. Is it Brooklyn High School? Or
Yes.
middle school?
Awesome
One of the
location.
schools. Yeah. I'm 10 minutes from there. And not surprised, but hang out with 500 kids at a youth camp. And obviously, That got attention because he showed up at a youth camp with 500 kids and people were debating on certain things,
And
right?
2 diamond necklaces of his own
Oh,
that he
yes.
gave
I
away
forgot
to 2 of
about
the better athletes at the event.
What a prize.
that. Yeah. Yeah, that was you imagine getting a necklace with his money symbol and you're like, I was at his camp and I that's a memory that kid will never forget ever. Regardless of how Shador plays, whether he's a starter, long term, somewhere, anywhere, he's gonna have that moment where it's like, "Hey, I was there with Shador, and he gave me this necklace. I won it. Blah blah blah." He has a memory for life, and that is what Shador does to a community, and that should be praised, in my opinion, or
Let's be
praising it
realistic.
is.
Off the field, the kid is phenomenal. He's helping the community, he's helping fans, he's helping kids. On the field, he needs some work. We all could agree to that. And that is something that we're hoping is going to happen at camp. And you know what else is great about camp? Is we don't have to worry about mandatory veteran camp and if Miles Garrett's going to show up this year. That's awesome. That's an awesome feeling to not have to worry if Miles is going to show up or not. Do you think he's going to show up in LA?
No,
Yeah.
he did.
I'll bet you
He
he does.
did.
Yeah, I'll bet you shows up for
Yeah, he did.
he was there. He was there for optional. He'll be there for everything mandatory, and everybody's gonna get annoyed with that over here. But Angel, is your job is to talk me off my tweets about the Shador Sanders flights to Ohio to catch that camp. So that was our big conversation for the offseason. So do you want me to bust out the tweet?
Yeah, yeah. Say
Or
the tweet. Remind me of the tweet because I went on there and I thought you said something. You rebutted something, but I
so I
want to make
said
sure.
two. So I basically said had two basic tweets off it. The first one was that um, I don't have it right in front of me, but the first one said, I think, and I was kind of downplaying it a little because I didn't want to go to my next point, but I ended up doing it anyway. But my first tweet was basically like, I think everything that Shador does for the community, I think the camps he runs, I think the way he's putting in his work, I said, I think that's the headline. I think the money spent is sort of maybe just a cherry on top. And so, of course, a ton of people came after me. And so it got into a debate. And then the comment that you commented off was me saying, this guy made $17 million in like extra non-NFL money last year. I
Mhm.
think spending his own money on a flight is not the impressive amount that you think based on the 17,000. The impressive stuff to me was more the fact that he made it to the camp and had it at all and the work that he put in along the way. And I said, and so that was it. And I said, so I'm just treating that money like a cherry on top. And you said that's not the right way to look at it. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's not the right way
curious
to look at
why.
it because I think both is the cherry on top. Because the typical, I shouldn't say typical, or you don't hear
Quarterbacks.
often. Now, I do agree, and we're probably going to talk about it in the notes soon. I do agree to an extent of what you're saying, but I think both of the cherry on tops is this: that he did spend his money. He could have just been like, "Crap, I'm down here with my dudes. Forget those 500 kids." It's been done before. Athletes have messed up their
Yeah, and some people
schedule
do that. They're
and
like other
yeah,
people have
yeah,
just canceled on people,
yeah,
and I was
just
like,
cancel.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I get that
So
side of the
for him to be like, I'm gonna make it there regardless of how much it costs. I'm gonna spend my own money and land it and make these 500 kids day. To me, his ability to do that shows that he is a maturing, b a leader, and three bringing an inspirational vibe to what a dead organization has been since '99. He made me excited and wanted to root for him more because I said he could have just been like, I'm in Florida with my dudes at clubs I shouldn't be in, but hey, I'm here and I'm just going to enjoy myself. But instead, a 24, 25-year-old kid unselfishly took his own money that he worked hard for, probably half of his rookie salary, and went on a charter plane and took off.
That's it was so that was my point. People were treating it like he spent half his rookie salary. Do you know what percentage of the money Shador Sanders made last year? It
I mean,
cost
why I
for
meant
him
his rookie contract, not like his.
right. His
Yeah.
rookie, yeah. That's why I said that's why I was specific in the post. Sure, his rookie contract was $1 million, but his rookie money was 18 million bucks. And this was $45,000 or $45,000, at least according to Shannon Sharp. And I don't know if anybody knows what he spent. I think Shannon Sharp said, I've chartered a private jet and it cost me $45,000. I think that's what I heard and where the money came from. I guess my point would be $45,000 out of about 17 million is 0.25% of that money. If you translate that to somebody that makes $100,000, that's the equivalent of $260. So my point was, let's pump the brakes, because when millionaires and billionaires spend money, we act differently by percentage than when a normal person spends money. So if you have a friend who makes $100,000 a year and he spends $260 on something, he has just spent the equivalent of the amount of money he made that year of what Shador just spent on that private jet. So part of my point was, let's pump the brakes on the fact that he spent more money than we could ever imagine spending, because it's not that to him. It's just $260 to him. That's how much that is to somebody that's really wealthy.
His dad is also, his dad's got money.
Yeah, he's not going to worry about that's not his first private jet. I will give him the credit of where he took it. He didn't just take a private jet to a concert. Like Taylor Swift takes private jets to the Chiefs games every Sunday. Like, that is such a waste of like gas. That's so bad for the environment. That's such a waste. And we like my wife goes nuts when she's like, "Oh, I just read on Twitter or whatever I just read on Reddit that Taylor Swift took like 16 private jets around to like events last year." And I was like, "Oh my God, like that's so terrible." But I was not trying to get into a like you shouldn't fly private jets conversation. I guess my main point was, let's all dial it back on the unbelievable amount of money, because to wealthy people, that's not the same amount of money. What
it's
he
money,
did with
though.
It's still impressive.
It's the thought that counts. When someone gives you a gift, if it's a box of chocolates, you're like, "Oh, that's thanks for thinking of me."
You're
Shador
never gonna
Sanders,
forget.
yeah, Shador Sanders thought of them enough to spend $45,000. So it's $200, right, to him.
And here would be my second thought. Was that a good use of $45,000 for charity?
Yes.
No, that's not a good way to spend $45,000.
You asked those 500
sure.
kids.
Just to
Ask
show
those
up,
500 kids in Brook Park.
To make sure you're
ask those
there.
500 kids in Brooklyn if it was worth it. Those 500 kids, they saw Shador. They got to touch his hand. They got to take pictures with probably the next starter of the Cleveland Browns, and they're going to have that for the rest of their lives. And if he ends up being what we hope as a Browns fan he can be, those kids are going to be 50 years old being like, "Hey, I stood there and got Shador's necklace," and they have stories and they have memories.
Shador could have just invited them all back the next week to sign an autograph.
No, because he is a man of his word.
That's why I didn't want to get that deep.
Yes, and your nose be no. He's a biblical man.
We have all been to airports.
That's why I didn't want to get this deep into it, because I just can't imagine, like, if I ran a charity and I'm like, man, I earned $45,000 for Cleveland kids. And like, "Oh, what'd you do with it?" And I was like, "Oh, I flew Shador Sanders out to high five them all." You'll be like, "What? Why did you not spend it on like poor kids that need the money?" And I'm like, "Well,
they're inner city kids. They never seen that. They'll
memories.
never see an athlete before. Most likely, they're probably never seen an athlete again, ever."
Listen, you guys have all been to an airport. It's anarchy. It's chaos. It is pure. It sucks. We all know this. So
I mean, it's Shador. You can't get on.
He was probably last minute, like, I need to get to Brooklyn. I'm out.
I know.
The cost of a last minute airfare was probably Did you ever try to book a flight last minute? No, it's hard. Why not just take a private jet?
It's hard. In a couple of years, he's going to look back and be like, "I cannot believe I spent $45,000 on that."
Well, somebody in here, Erwin Curtis said it's a tax write-off. Yeah, or Scott said that it's tax.
It is.
Tax write-off.
Whatever. Tax write-off, smack write-off. It doesn't matter. He did it for the kids, and that's we should celebrate that.
Not only that, it's the guy that has revitalized
why
half
he did
of his
it.
fan base.
I'm just baffled. Like $45,000.
I wonder if it was really, because he's going from Florida to Cleveland. He's not going to Florida to Cancun.
That's why I said
might
the Shannon Sharp
cheaper.
thing. Yes, the Shannon Sharp thing. Like, he's saying he spent that much on it. I think. I don't think he knew the price, but I'm like, Yeah, I don't know what this one was. Either way, it is a lot of money. He did spend it, which shows how dedicated he is to this. I just had some qualms on like, okay, you look at it one way or another. It's not that much money for him. Great. He gave up so much money, and then you're like, I wish he had spent it differently. I'm just nitpicking, but I'm like,
Yeah.
whoo,
Like, man,
woo.
you should have just threw me a car, man. Come on. On to the next
Hey,
thing that was heavily debated over the weekend. Rex Ryan chimed in on X. I saw this right away on X, and you probably
Mhm.
got something at WhatsApp like it was probably 9-10 your time. But I was like, oh, this is gonna go crazy tomorrow morning. So I made something up real quick and sent it to you. But he said, get a load of this kid. Great talent, needs to realize as a franchise in quotes quarterback, there has to be more than we. There has to be more we than me. Come on, man. All this, by the way, let's set the context here. Shador Sanders bought all the 12 jerseys because he changed his number to 2. When you do that, you have to buy all your jerseys back. You have to. It's an NFL rule.
Which is
So
crazy.
to think about, right? Yeah, exactly. It's kind of crazy to think about. Yeah. So he bought all those jerseys, and all those jerseys he bought is what you see in the background. And Shador thought to himself, it'll be cool to do a photo shoot. It's the off season. I don't have a game tomorrow. Let me do this. And he posted it on his social media, and Rex Ryan had an issue with it. And I thought to myself, this dude is about to get roasted.
Wait.
And he did.
Did he give it to the 500 kids that he was with this weekend?
I mean, who would want a 12 jersey? I want a 2, man. Give me the 2, not
Hey,
12.
a lot of people bought 12 jerseys, man. A lot of people are just going to roll with the 12 jersey. They're not going to buy it again. But
I'll put it
They
back up
might.
for sale. Think about it. It's the guy that has revitalized half of the Cleveland Browns fan base.
so let's break it down piece by piece. First of all, reread Rex Ryan's tweets for me because I have it too small on the screen to see.
It says, get a load of this kid. Next.
No, just the whole thing.
Oh, get a load of this kid. Great talent, needs to realize as a franchise quarterback, franchise in quotes, there has to be more we than me. Come on,
So
man.
pause right there. Forget the context. Is that statement actually true?
Not depending on, because most franchise quarterbacks are more me guys. I mean,
So,
right?
let me ask you guys something. Let me ask you something. Hold on.
True.
If you
I
were to
just think
sit there
this
and you
was
had a
not the right
hate the delay.
scenario to say it.
All right. Sorry.
if you had to buy all your NFL jerseys and you're a 24-year-old kid, I'm telling you what, if I had one of those jerseys, I'm going to take a picture with it. If I had all my own jerseys that I had to buy just because I changed my own number, it's a sweet picture. Come on.
That is sweet.
Yeah.
And I'm not a
that was
showboat guy. I just still think
that's
it's
not
sweet.
the comment I was making. I was saying what Rex Ryan said, like what Rex Ryan's thought on a franchise quarterback. Is that true?
Being the me, yeah, it is. You have to be a wee guy to be a franchise quarterback. Yes,
Right.
not a
I
me
think
guy.
he
100%.
Yeah, I think he could
I
say
agree
that
with Rex
only.
Ryan.
I think he could
That's
say that
true.
only because of the quarterback battle right now. We don't know who if he is going to be a franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I think that's why it's in quotes.
Right.
Yeah.
He's saying if you want to be a franchise quarterback, you have to be more we than me. I think that's 100% true. My problem comes in, and where I agree with Angel is, what does that have to do with this?
It has nothing to do with it.
Like, it's July. He's doing all of his own workouts. This was so I saw that. I listened to his song that he released this weekend. This is the background to hit the album, to like the song he released. So this isn't even just a random photo shoot. You're using this for like his branding for his music. And they did a bunch of them. And I was like, okay, so he's using it. That's great. But I just was so lost at like, in what world? And again, I always get hate for like being generationist and ageist, but like, what a boomer comment to come out and just be like, you can't do this because it means like maybe you're not a franchise quarterback. And like, as much as I have my things I push back with Shador and his fans, like, in what world was this the time? Rex Ryan just has not been in the news enough, I guess. Right? Like, is there anything else it could be?
Did anybody else post about it after? I mean, obviously everybody shared it, but
No,
was,
I
was
don't. Yeah, I
anybody
don't think.
else
I
like,
think Rex Ryan was the only one that saw a negative out of a photo shoot for a music video on
Anyone
his
with an
time
opinion.
off. Yeah,
I'm sure there's some haters that were like, "Blah,
yeah.
blah,
Actually,
blah,
one
this is
says
why I
good.
hate this." But
Yeah,
he's the only, like, analyst, like, actual serious football personality that I saw that said anything that thought this was any problem in any way, and it blows my mind. I was crazy.
yeah. I
yeah,
agree. And he uses the quote franchise quarterback when he called. I think Mike brought it up. He called Matt uh, Sanchez a franchise quarterback, and it seems like he doesn't know what one is. I don't know if Shador is a franchise quarterback or not. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out this year, hopefully, God willing. We're gonna find out if Shador is the guy. And it is those moments like what he did in the plane. It's those moments what he did when he go help the people that there's apartments burned down. That you hope that there's hope there. Like I have hope that this guy is the answer to the problems that we've had here in Cleveland, Ohio, as far as quarterbacks, because he's a leader, he's inspirational, and he's a we guy. If you're going out and impacting the community as much as he has, that's a we guy. And I know some of that may be for show. I don't know his heart, but I mean, I love it. I mean, no problems with it.
not here
Chris
No,
stuff.
there's
whatsoever.
just like I said, there's, like when you're a voice like Rex Ryan's, like, you have a base, and I'm glad sometimes, like, we talked about this, Angel, with other things, like, I'm glad sometimes when that stuff comes out, like, he got crushed from, like, every angle. He, like
Yeah, he did.
very few people with, like, an unbiased opinion agreed with that. Like, it was just sure there's a random account of some dope here and there that was like, "Yeah, you tell him." But, like, anybody serious was like, "Come on, man. Like, what are you talking about?"
Someone said that he was drinking. Someone posted on something. He's like, he must have been drinking late that night and said something stupid. I could see it. He
So,
probably was drunk to eating. I mean, could happen. Could be it.
it makes you feel
Uh,
that way, right? Where you're like and the only comment I heard on it that was like that I sort of thought like, "Okay, I see that point," that was not all positive was, on Carmen and Lima. I was listening to, like, a replay of their show, and Lima made a very interesting point, and he's like, "The one thing I don't like about this stuff with Shador and his social media team, with, like, the cameras following him, with how much he posts, with these kinda, like, um, big, like, fantastic, very public displays, is it just gives people fuel and it puts pressure on him that if he doesn't perform, it gives people something to say, well, maybe if you weren't focused on all this stuff, you would have been better at this stuff. And I was like, really? Will people say that though? And then he brought up the point of like, do you remember when Baker Mayfield had a bad sophomore season and everybody was mad at how many commercials he had done in the
commercials. He was in.
offseason?
Yeah.
Because he put himself out there in all these commercials and then he had a rough season and it gave people a chance to be like, it's because you were so focused on your other stuff. And I was like, oh, I hate that for him, that this could be something that could be spun later into like a big negative if he happens to like just not have a good start to his season.
Did you see the documentary that he's putting out, Shador Sanders? He's releasing it in bits and pieces from what I've seen. And
Hmm.
the way it looks is he's kind of doing the same as the Sean Watson's doing, where he's saying, I'm blocking out all the outside noise, not going to let it bother me. I have to be consistent is one of his biggest things right now. So I'm looking forward to consistency, aren't we all? I mean, if you could be consistent as a quarterback in the NFL, you are going to be the guy.
Yeah.
Has Deshaun Watson been consistent once?
Not here, not
Right.
in our building. Yeah.
That's the fear.
Did you
Like I
see
said,
that
there's a
guy
lot of
Boog?
positives.
That guy Boog on X. He posted a itinerary of what. This is what worries me. This is like the social media stuff. I said that last year. That worries me. I'm focusing on. I said all that last year when he came out. I kind of accepted it. It's who he is. But he posted an itinerary of his day from 6 a.m. to like 9 p.m. And it's full of just stuff. And it made me think, and now this is not hate, it just made me think of what Tom Brady told him. Like basically stop focusing on cars and this and that, and whatever, and worry about football. So you're to your point, Chad, Yes, if he does throw an interception, yes, if he does have another 18 QBR rating, people are going to point to the fact that you have a camera crew running around. You're getting up at 6 o'clock to do this and to do that and to do everything else besides football. Yes, you're still practicing, but people want to see, fans want to see a franchise quarterback be in the film room 24/7, even though that's an unfair statement,
That's fair.
100%. They want the visual of you doing it, even if you're not. That's
Yeah, and
just
everybody
the way
can't be
fans
that
are.
guy too. Some people do not
Yep.
thrive at watching that much film, like, sure, Tom Brady did, Peyton Manning did, but some people, like, they would probably just crumble if they were like that. It'd be like, I have a sweet point with my work, and when I get, like, overworked, I just start to, like I'm just crap after that. Like, I just don't function well, and he may never be, like, 30 hours in the film room guy, but there's no indication that he's not putting in enough time and work now. It would be my response to that. But again, my only thought, and I'm with you. You can't juggle that much stuff all the time. My only thought is this itinerary that busy? Because as soon as June 23rd gets here, that's all over, and he's got to
That might
do
be it.
football.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, like look at this week. Like he was in Miami playing. He did all that stuff for the photo shoot. He released a rap song and video. He went and did a huge camp for the kids at Brooklyn. Like, the dude is busy. He's really busy, but the question would be, is he just that busy because it's about to be football and he won't have room for any of that stuff? Or is, like, that gonna be the life he tries to maintain? I doubt the second one. There's no
I
way.
I honestly think it's just everybody is so on top of every little thing that he's doing right now. It doesn't matter if it's in season or off season. You've seen it all year long last year. So look forward to that again, guys. If the guy goes and gets a burger at McDonald's, you're going to see it on national media. That's just the way it works with this kid.
Oh my God, he ate a burger.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
So I know we said
out there.
we have the announcement at 8. We are waiting for one more person to join the room, and then we will bring them in and make
Okay.
our huge announcement. And one of them's here, the one that's the man,
Here.
the myth, and the legend.
The one
Oh.
that's here is here. The one that's here is
KP
here.
KP
Yeah.
Young just broke the news. 8 p.m. Let the news flow. Mary Kay Cabot officially signs with Subway as the new spokesperson.
So yeah, we got a
Right.
new person in the chat. Curtis there says he had a couple of comments about Shador. I want to read this one. He said Shador will have a good, healthy season this coming year simply because he won't be on the field that much. Yeah, he doesn't
Curtis.
like. Come on, guy. We gotta see what he has in him. We gotta see a little bit of Shador. Speaking
I'm-
of which, go ahead. I'm
Seriously,
sorry.
I'm over the quarterback controversy stuff already. I am, and I cannot wait to see
Oh,
who's
you
going to
got
be at
you still
quarterback.
got a
I know
whole,
we got
you still
plenty
got a
of
whole
weeks.
training camp,
Just
dog.
starting.
I
It's
know,
just starting.
but we've
Wait
been
until you
talking
get
about
to the
it.
quarterback tracker, man. I can't wait for that every week.
I'm
We might
gonna
not
quit.
know.
No, the
We might not
quarterback
know till
tracker.
preseason games. I honestly think, like, at this point, I wrote early that I thought we'd find out right after joint practices, and now this group isn't doing joint practices, which I hate for them. But like, it's Monken's first
joint-
year; he's got his own thing. We have one joint practice with the
Yeah,
Buffalo
Buffalo.
Bills, like the day before the preseason game. So I doubt it will be the craziest practice. Last year we did like 2 full weeks
Yeah.
of joint practices. And to me, like that's always where I get the best information on like how do they match up with guys, who's shining, who's not. And I'm so sad they're not doing it. And I think it might just be this not Monken's preference. And maybe it's his first year and he's like, I want control of everything. I don't have time to set that up. Let's just do my thing. So I get
And
it, but I was so
yeah.
sad.
It makes you wonder if he's going to have to name his starter either before. Definitely should name it after that joint practice. I think. I mean, he's
Yeah, and
got to go around
for
that.
me, it also leads me to wonder because a lot of the reason they didn't play starters a lot in preseason games was because before the first 2 of them, all their starters were playing against the other team in joint practices. That makes me wonder, and we'll get to it when we get to it, but I wonder if we have a coach that has now a different view where he's like, I don't want to do these joint practices. I want to see my guys in preseason instead. And you can debate
Yeah.
which one of those is better. I think fans prefer preseason because we actually get to watch it. Whereas joint practices, we just get to see a couple clips and reporting. But he might have a different thought. He might just be like, I'd rather play a full quarter or 2 in preseason, but not play a team like unregulated at practice. There's fights, there's other issues. Maybe he just doesn't vibe with it.
Look at that. Willie's got the spirit. 10 wins minimum. I love it.
Ooh, I like it. But man, I wouldn't put money on that.
I think Angel really just got hit in the chest. That's
Yeah,
what sounded like.
that was a true bump. Let's get into this real quick. I'm gonna skip the Sanders question because I think we talked about him enough. I do want to hit this one
Funny.
because it's going to be a debate here coming soon. We shouldn't count out Jerry Jeudy? Sorry, this is a thing that we've been saying. Unpopular opinions that Chad be the Browns. Basically, we all basically agree. I don't know. Maybe Mike would agree on this, but I would agree. Chad would agree on this thing that we shouldn't count out Jerry Jeudy as a potential number 1 wide receiver.
We should or should not?
Should not.
This is basically things that either I have posted on Twitter or we have posted as a group or talked about on the show that I've gotten a ton of pushback on, and I'm just kind of surprised by it. The amount of people that are like, there's no way Jerry Jeudy can be the number 1 option at wide receiver for them this year. And I just do not understand why people would think that. He had 1,250 yards, 1 season removed, and he's playing with mostly rookies. Why would it be so shocking if he was still the team's go-to receiver? Like Harold Fannin is going to take his amount of hits. The other 2 rookies, like we don't even know which one is going to get how much gameplay, but I just think like it's crazy that the amount of pushback that people think it's nuts that Jeudy could be the first option.
Crazy. Go ahead.
I agree with you. I thought that said should not be. So I definitely agree with the fact that he should be. Obviously, he's a veteran. He's got more experience than all these other guys. We don't know what to look for with these rookies coming in with a new playbook, scheme, and all that. It's going to be way different for them. So, with that being said,
if he's not the number 1, awesome, because to me it means that somebody on this team already as a rookie is better than him, and that's exactly what we want.
Yep.
That's a punch in the face.
But there's just a lot of fans that don't believe there's any chance that he could have another good season, and I don't get it.
Yeah, I'll say one more thing, and then we can bring both Garys on. For every bit of those that say that Jerry Jeudy can't be a number 1 receiver, you guys have a point, because everything you probably bring up points of saying he'll miss the ball, everything you're saying is correct. But for every one of those why he can't, I can tell you why he can. And one of them is this. He, as a wide receiver 1, had 105 targets, 22 amongst the NFL receivers last year, by the way, with bad quarterback play. Inconsistent quarterback play, let me say that. And he ran 591 routes. He had a solid 20.4 team target share and commanded 36% of the team's total air yards. That's wide receiver 1 numbers. He maintained a healthy 12.3 average depth of target, meaning before he was targeted, they were hitting him 12 yards down the field. That's number 1 wide receiver numbers. During his best year, Chad brought it up in 2024, he had 1,229 yards, a 63% catch rate, and 63% of his catches, resulted in a first down. That's 57 first downs. And in 2025, 62% of his catches moved the chains. If you get him in space, which Todd Monken will do, he will possibly catch the ball. So that is the downside of when people say, well, everything Jerry Jeudy has to offer, which is what I told you, is number 1 wide receiver material. The issue is he does average about 10 drops a year. So it's going to be a hit or miss at that time, but we'll see.
But I've said some of the other guys who lead the league in drops are guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown, CD Lamb. 100%. And it's like, they're way more productive than him. But that's why I'm like, well, the drops are not as big of a deal if you can be as productive as those guys. If you're going to be like last year's production, you're not going to be a number 1 guy. And again, I'm not saying that's the future of our receiver room. I'm hoping one of these guys we just picked eventually expands past him. I just think it's crazy to automatically assume they will to start their rookie season. Like, that's a big
crazy. I'll say one thing, and then we'll bring the Garys on. One more thing. If we believe in Todd Monken to can help Shedeur develop and get the best out of Shedeur Sanders, then we have to believe he's going to get the best out of receivers. That's including Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, I agree. So let's drop this conversation.
Boom. And pick up a new one.
Bring in our announcement, because we are 10 minutes late with our announcement, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize, but we are going to bring in Gary and Gary. And you guys can guess which one's cooler.
And which one was late? Which Gary was late? Point out. No, just fine.
That one. He
You
pointed to
know,
himself.
it was me that was late.
It's all good. You have a job, man. Work sometimes
What's up,
gets in the way
fellas?
of this stuff. What's up? What's up?
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Gary Tollett here. I'm going to let you introduce yourself, Gary, and then I'll let you rock and roll, man.
Yeah, of course, man. My name is Gary Tollett. I think some people know my wife and I own WOBL and WDLW Radio out in Lorain County. We are the only commercially licensed radio station licensed in Lorain County. We're proud of that. We have the only 2 licenses that are out there. Some of our competition fell off about a year ago. And so if you don't know about our stations, one's Rock and Roll, that's Cool Cat 98.9. And the other one is WOBL, iconic. WOBL will be 55 years old on December 24th this year. So we're celebrating our 55th year as local radio. We've been in the same place. I was fortunate enough to be an intern at WOBL back in the early 2000s and got to come back about 5 years ago and with my wife, and we were able to purchase them and become the owners. And we purchased them from the family that started up in 1971, the Wilbur family. And if you guys don't know about OBL and Cool Cat, man, it is all about the community. It is, we are the Lorain County radio home of the Guardians. We're the Lorain County radio home of the Buckeyes. It's country music and sports. There's nothing more American than that. So Friday nights, we do 4 football games. You can catch Friday Night Lights on YouTube on our Lorain County Sports Network channel. We have a game on WOBL every night. We have a game on WDLW every Friday night. So four games every Friday night. And that's really it, man. It's all about the community. It's all about staying local and surrounding ourselves with good people to be successful.
That is what is up. And you guys heard that, all of that greatness coming out of Lorain County, which is the city where the county that I live in and that I love. And I couldn't be more proud to announce with all my partners here on this show that we are teaming up.
Real quick, and this announcement comes on the birthday of somebody who's like been a mentor, not only to me, but he was also a mentor. He was a teacher for Gary and was also kind of a mentor here for Mike, man. So this announcement comes on a day that means a lot to, some of us here. So I want to shout out to Dan Fazio, Foz, man, rest in peace, man. This announcement comes very coincidentally on a very special day for us.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike, man.
Yeah, I was gonna yell at you for interrupting me, but that I can't because I love Foz as well.
Yeah, man.
Can't do that, dog.
I was like, this dude really just cut me off right in the middle of that. But now I want to cry too at the same time. But we are proud to announce that we will be teaming up with WOBL, and you will be hearing our shows on AM and FM radio Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Pre-game show. If you want to give them a little info on that, Gary, how you want it to work and when we'll be in there. And
yeah, man, we're excited, man. Just so everybody knows, we met you guys a couple years ago, and just kept hearing a little bit more about you. I got to give a quick shout out to Andy Bull Barch. Andy is one of my play-by-play guys on Friday night. He's been in the radio game a long time, and him and Gary got connected somehow, and you know how it goes, man, right? You get connected, you start meeting, you start talking. The next thing you know, I think it took us about 12, 13 days to put the whole deal together. But yeah, well, you guys are joining the WOBL, WDLW radio family. We're proud of that, man. We love that you guys are local dudes and talking good Browns. So it gives our audience some good Browns info before games and things like that. So you've got Thursday nights. That will be a recorded version. And then Saturday and Sunday will be live. So if you tune in to WOBL on Saturdays, man, I mean, you want to talk about football. If you're a football fan, it will start at 8 a.m. With College Football Today, which is a show hosted by Skip Mossick of the Buckeyes. That show talks about every Division I through III college in Ohio. And they talk about a lot of our local Lorain County kids that we've watched under Friday Night Lights and things like that. And then we'll come out of there and we will go into your guys' show. And then you guys will run it right into the Buckeyes pregame show, into the Buckeyes game. So if it's a noon game, for example, you're going to catch 9 straight hours of football. Well, I'm not a good math, whatever it comes out to, man. Something like 8 hours of either football talk or football action. The beauty of this whole partnership, it takes you guys from being, I believe, on 4 platforms, X, YouTube, Facebook, and Insta, right?
Yeah.
And then we're adding 4 more. So you guys will now be able to be heard on 8 different outlets. So you'll be on your 4 outlets, the X, the Insta, Facebook, and YouTube. You will also be on AM 1320, 107.7 FM. For those of you who are going, I can't hear you in Cuyahoga County, we solved that too. You have WOBLradio.com. You can go to the website, click listen live, and you guys will also be on our free mobile app that you can obviously take anywhere in the world as well. So for me, it just seemed like the right partnership, man. It gives all of our Browns fans who are listeners a connection to the Browns with WOBL. And again, man, I think we're on the right path. We all had a meeting, and I'm stoked, man. I know my guys are stoked. My sports guys, they're excited about it. And I guess I'll give you guys some great news. We have your first 2. I cheated a little bit before we broke the news. I started sending out the sales flyers because I know that a lot of businesses are going to want to be a part of this, especially local Lorain County businesses. So we have your first 2 radio sponsors locked in. That happened today. I was able to make that and get that done. And I think by the end of the night, we'll probably be sitting more like at about 4 or 5. It's 8:18. And I'm going to keep texting and making sure we get some sponsors until my phone quits ringing. So I'm in talks with about 4 or 5 other guys right now, asking some questions, checking some legalities. One guy right now I know is watching this show. He wanted to watch the show and see what it was all about. Jason Lowry of Auto Details. If you're watching, brother, this is what you get. So give me a call so I can get you signed up and get you on the best damn podcast around.
Tell him that Rex Ryan has not tweeted at us. We're we guys, not me guys. So if he wants to work with us, we'll we him up. We'll we him up. Right?
That is
But
great.
yeah,
we look forward to joining the family, man. We really do appreciate you, Gary, for letting us evolve into something bigger and better as well. And we're all looking forward to it, man. It's going to be a wild ride, and we're all going to have fun doing it.
So real quick, I know some people are going to have questions. What does this look like as a radio guy? What is our schedule? Did you tell us like the time frames? Have we settled that yet? Or
yeah, so I believe it looks like right now Thursday will definitely be locked in from 7 to 8 or 8:30, depending on how long of a show you guys do on that night. We've kind of left a little leeway in our scheduling. We'll probably have to fine tune that a little bit, right? We'll have to kind of make a decision of do we go 7 to 8 or 7 to 8:30, or no, you guys go 7:30, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah, 7:30.
Yes, we would just keep that consistent, right? So that way they can hear the replay. So 7:30 to whenever you are done. Saturday morning, as long as that Buckeyes game is at noon, there was like a couple little weird, sometimes they start at 12:30, 12:30 kickoff. We pretty much know that we will always be starting Saturday morning at 9 a.m. and we'll be going either till 10 or 10:30. And then kind of go from there, depending on when they take over on their pregame. So I know it's Bearded Browns, but you guys get a chance to kind of hand it off to the Buckeyes pregame show with Skip Mossick and them. And then Sunday, man, we're gonna, it doesn't make any more sense than to just go noon to 1, right? And give them a true pregame, and that's kind of how we're looking at it. And the marketing's out there, man. We talked to our marketing today. The ads are being made as we speak to go in certain print newspapers in certain cities that start with an E. I don't give them anything. The marketing has started, man. We got our logo collaborated. That is out. It's been approved. You'll see that. There you go. You'll see that on some T-shirts here real soon. And then we're off and running, man. I look forward to it, man. I think you guys got a great product. I think more than anything, man, you guys keep it real. You're real dudes, and that's something I like. I'm a laid back guy, man, and just try to do what's best for the community and radio, man. For me, keeping radio alive and local is a huge deal for me, man. It's you guys see it. Everybody's saying radio's dying. They haven't walked in WOBL lately, man. It's not. I don't see us going anywhere anytime soon. The phones are ringing, and we keep making partnerships like this. So the sky's the limit.
Absolutely. And we're, like I said, man, we are sincerely looking forward to this. It's a whole new endeavor, man. It's going to be fun. As long as Gary doesn't interrupt me in studio, we'll be all right.
Right.
Personally, I'm a little sad that I have to evolve, but I'm willing to do it for the show.
Yeah.
So just said, except for Chad, he's too negative. Right on, Key. Shout out.
I'm gonna.
You need a villain on the radio. You need a villain. Like, not everybody can be superheroes. You need a villain. I'm Switzerland sometimes. I'm the villain. Sometimes I'm the hero. Mike's the hero on Tuesdays.
Not tonight. After I read the notes for tonight's show. Once we get over this, it's on, Chad.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be the hero for one night.
Thanks,
and then the villain for the rest of the season.
And Gary, man, I did not to cut you short, brother. I mean, obviously you reached out to Bull and got this whole connection going, man. So I mean, you're really the dude that connected the dots on this thing, man. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate you guys coming to us. I mean, I think we hold a lot of weight in Lorain County. The WOBL name's iconic. You don't get 55 years out of a company if you're doing something wrong. So that we're proud to have you guys be a part of it, man. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a fun season, man. I really think so.
For sure.
Also,
it's okay. I just there's a big, I think, push for independent media out there right now.
Yeah.
There's kind of like a revolution out there, especially locally here with independent media, and there's not a lot of independent radio out there. And WOBL really is one of the only independent radio stations out there. And, to go out there to, your station and to see how you guys are operating and seeing everything out there. I mean, it really is, in year 2026 to see that radio can still exist the way that it exists, the way that you guys operate has just been a breath of fresh air. It was awesome. And we are really, we are really lucky and honored to be a part of the WOBL family. And, we are going to, knock this out of the park, for us and for you. And we're just really appreciative of this opportunity here with you, man.
Yeah, man. If you guys don't think it was meant to be, man, my dog's name is Chubb, right? So check him out on Facebook, Chubb the Beagle. He's a Browns dog. He's the hardest working dog in local radio. The guy's there every day, man. We got him in commercials and everything else, man. I mean, I got a Browns cave downstairs that, the walls are painted like a helmet, man. So to bring Browns to, a Browns flair and some information on the Browns and WOBL meant a lot to me, man. I think the fans are going to enjoy it. And I'm ready for it to blow up, man. Let's do it.
I thought you were going to say that your dog's name is Chad. Because I'm like, well, that is very coincidental. Like, that is definitely the stars lining.
Yeah.
Your dog's name is Chad. That's crazy. I'll also add what a special element to a Saturday show will no longer be like it is you see online. They will be Mike and Gary will be in studio at WOBL, which is in itself going to be a great experience. Huge. Let alone you guys get to watch that and then also hear it on the radio.
The other, it's also going to open up. We'll be able to open up the Maple City Ice Bud Light listener line as well, right? Oh. So now that listener line is available for people to call in on those live shows and, fan interaction. Maybe like, I don't know, obviously you guys have a ton of comments. I see them going crazy, but you know, you get a chance to maybe bring somebody on, and you know, I think a lot of fans enjoy that, man. That's old school radio, and that's something I look forward for you guys to be able to interact that way too.
And Gary, I want to thank you again, man. This is something that we all love to do. This started off as a hobby 3 years ago with Angel and myself, and I just never imagined it growing to where it's at today. And
Yeah,
for people to see the growth and appreciate it, and you know, love the show, and just it means a lot to every one of us here. So we
hey
appreciate
man, I
it, man.
appreciate you guys, man. I love your hard work, man. I love the hustle. I love the grind. We're the same way at OBL, man. And here's the greatest part, man. I don't even know if you guys have caught it yet. You've literally been in radio for, I don't know, 2 hours. You've already got a check, man. Right? Like, I mean, that's the beauty of local radio.
Ready to retire, man.
Yeah, man. I've already set the 401k up for Chad. He's all good to go. We're rolling, baby.
I can't wait to buy that house in Florida. I've been wanting to buy.
Absolutely.
No more Florida or Californians. You guys need to stop moving away.
Yeah. Listen, if we go another 30 years in this business, we'll get a private jet for 45K.
There we go.
Yeah.
Take a private jet. Hey, I'm going to the store. I'm taking my private jet. I'm going to go to the
private jet.
I'm going to the Mike's house and next door. I'm going to take my private jet. I'm taking it everywhere.
Absolutely. Yeah, fellas, man. Again, thank you guys, man. I appreciate you, man. I look forward to a long partnership. We know that we are all set for this year. Our first show, or your guys' first show on WOBL will be August 15th. Carrie, is that right?
That's correct.
Mark your calendars, fellas and ladies.
Mark calendars. First preseason.
August 15th, man. We'll kick it off. I don't want to hijack your guys' show, man. Thank you for having me on. And Lorain County, man, here we come, right? Bearded Browns, #1 in Scene Magazine the last 2 years. Let's bring it to local radio and let some of our Lorain County people enjoy it. Lorain County is its own market, man. 300,000 people in this county. They need their own Browns show, and we're gonna bring it to them. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud to partner with you guys, man. So thank you.
We're bringing it, and we're doing it live.
Yep.
Doing it
baby.
live. Thank you, Gary. We'll see you soon, buddy.
Have a great night, man.
You
too.
I was at an event this past weekend in that area, and a guy came up to me and said, I knew I recognized you. You're the Bearded Brown podcast is the only podcast I really listen to and like. So I was like, sweet, dude, let's go. Yes. And it's in that area. It's in Lorain County area. So it works out perfectly. And I end up like dropping news. I'm like, well, we'll be on a radio soon. So it's good to see that. It's just weird how all that is. Everything's worked out, man. Everything's lined up.
Absolutely.
It's cool. Man. It's especially cool. It's nice that we got to have Gary on and talk to everybody listening today, because like then this statement makes more sense, because he's so chill that like it is so cool to be able to join with a radio station and feel like you do not have to sell out at all. You can just keep doing like exactly what we've been doing, but more of it. And like it's there, that vibe immediately from him the second you hear him talk. And when we had our big meeting with him, is just like, oh, he's not going to force anything down our throats. We're just going to be able to go be the Bearded Browns, do our shows, create like good content, some honest takes, still like laugh about it. And it's just going to be like, we can just do it on a bigger scale now. That's so awesome. Yeah. And it's such a rare thing to be able to do.
And nothing's going to change in the show. We're going to be the same guys we've always been.
What if he would have been like, here's the contract, here's the stipulation, you got to shave the beards.
Nope,
we can't do beards.
Again, I look like
no, man. That's the show, dog.
We guys are the clean cutted Browns.
Yeah, I was gonna say the name would be an immediate problem.
Yeah,
I'll forget you out here. Dan just said, seems like a perfect time to have a Bearded Browns signature sauce. Hey, I think that would taste amazing.
It would.
It would. Sorry, go ahead.
No arguments.
I just wanted to say too. I want to thank all of the fans out there too, because like without all of you guys, you guys are all in the comments there, and whether it's Dan or Frank or KP, everybody out there, we can't like name you all by name though, but like without you guys, we got a couple hours. I'll go. Yeah, but we can do it. But like without all you guys, man, like we wouldn't be able to have made this move. And it's just we can't do anything without you guys. And so it's just, thank you guys all very much for, supporting all of this and, helping Mike and Angel, get this going and bring Chad and I on throughout the time. And, we're really excited to, bring more to you.
Bearded Browns, beer ball.
And
Love
right
it.
on time with the comments. KP Young says, you guys can name your private jet the Rex Ryan Express, which I love. and then immediately Dan jumps in with the Babyface Browns podcast. I love it.
My wife would hate
I
that.
love it.
I want to say though, like I believe in giving flowers when you have an opportunity to give flowers. And Gary, shout out to you, man. You called me one day and you were like, "Hey, I'm trying to get us on the radio." You told me, give me some numbers on socials and stuff. I'm like, cool. And he's like, "Hey, man, you shoot 100 shots, you miss up 100% of the shots you don't take." I said, "Yeah, go right ahead," because I knew, like, I don't know if you got the vibe from me, whether I believed you or not, but I was like, yeah, he's gonna get us on the radio. And to be honest with you, I didn't think it was gonna be this soon. But I knew eventually we would be on the radio because you're very stubborn, you're very persistent, and you're a go-getter and you're a visionary. So all that thing combined, perfect timing, no pun intended with Shador. But shout out to you for grinding and doing that, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you got it, man. Love you guys. I love the listeners. And, we have a lot more awesomeness to bring to you guys. And I think I've interrupted the Tuesday show enough here. I'll let you guys get back to it. And you guys have a great show, and we will see you guys soon on WOBL. You guys have a great show.
Gary and I to be arguing Saturday mornings. I don't even have to drink coffee when I'm sitting with him in a studio. It is going to be intense.
Dude, I'm going to interrupt you so much with barkings, and it's going to be on, dude.
We're going to have a camera in there too, so you guys are going to be able to see it all. So
we're going to take phone calls. Oh, it's going to be great. You guys, we'll see you August 15th. Starting August 15th, we'll be there every Saturday and Sunday live in studio unless we are out on the road there. And, make sure you check us out this Sunday. Just get some plugs. We're going to be live at our sponsor, Dick's House of Sport. We'll be there for Guards Mania. We will also be August 1st. Bearded Browns is going to be at Shenanigans. With the Tuscarora's Browns backers. Carlos Baergo will be there live, so make sure you come out there and check us out. Spend some time with us. Kozar Wellness is going to be there. I'm going to show up in my Bernie Kosar Dallas Cowboys jersey.
Oh, that thing's got to be a medium. There ain't no way you're going to fit that.
No, it was not. Dude, my dad was like 350 pounds, so it was my dad's. You know what I mean?
No swimming it?
Oh.
Yeah.
See, now I feel bad.
But I'm fat now, so I will actually fit in it. You know what I mean? All right, guys. Have a good one. Have a great show. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Gary. We'll see you soon. Oh, I took him right out.
August 15th. He was going to say August 15th, first show with WOBL. Tune in.
I do want to
everybody's like, I don't want to interrupt the rest of your show. And we're like, this was the rest of the show, man.
Yeah.
This was the show.
Done.
Yes.
We're not gonna top that.
I forgot where I even put the notes. Like, oh, there. I got him.
Yeah.
All right,
are we still
Chad,
going?
ready to
I feel
argue?
like if we ended right now, I'd be like, boom, best show.
On a high note.
No, we just argue. Next point here. No, real quick. That's a great opportunity. Good stuff. And I'm excited to see what is to come. I think there's more opportunities going to be coming our way. It's going to be cool stuff coming.
Yes.
So the next thing is, man, I totally forgot. I'm thrown off here.
We were talking about
yeah,
Jerry Jeudy being the number one.
Yeah, we moved past that. Unpopular opinions this offseason so far. And this one is a Chad one. He says this defense shouldn't be expected to be better without Myles Garrett.
I'm
Mike
going to
disagreed.
disagree.
A lot of people were with Mike. After that show, a bunch of people were like, I'm with Mike. I think we can be better. And I was like, man, I'm surprised. Maybe I'm being too hard on him because a lot of people were like, no, I don't see any reason why they can't be like a top defense in the league.
Listen, you got the guy that's the best player in the NFL right now, correct? We could all agree upon that. We all loved Myles here. His time here was great. He broke records. He scared quarterbacks, and that's a great asset to have as a edge rusher. But there's no I in team, guys. There really isn't. Like, I know I said that a million times too, but listen, you think about it. You're a guy that's next to Myles Garrett, and you're a good lineman. You're a good interior lineman, and you have to worry about Myles Garrett. Also, not even that. You are the best player in the NFL. You should bring culture to your locker room. You should build team morale everywhere you go. It's not the Myles Garrett's Cleveland Browns, man. It's not. It is the Cleveland Browns. And for that to happen the way it did, with the LeBron-esque type thing where he went on a little parade and tried to leave and ask for trade and all that, dude, and then you come back and you break a record, and then I'm glad Andrew Berry did what he did. I am. I'm sincerely glad. And if next year is really the next best quarterback draft class and we don't find a quarterback this year, we got another number 1 pick. So, hey, take it. I'll take it.
Chad?
I mean, I agree with all of his points on like how that could affect the team and how they can be like their own unit now. And it will be less about one guy. It will be more we than me, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
I do get that. And I think it could bring a lot of guys up. It also takes away your safety net. So I kind of see both sides of it. But I just, like I said, I think it's a tall task in any situation to take away what we think might be the best player in the entire league and expect a jump forward instead of a step back. It's like, if they do it, that would be incredible. But like, I just think that's so high of an expectation. It'd be like getting rid of Steph Curry and be like, I think we're going to be better from 3-point range next year. And you're like, no, you're not. You guys might be a better team, like,
Dude,
altogether,
like
but like
geriatric now. I'm over that dude. I've been over that dude for a couple of years now. That dude can't even barely
I just mean
make the
his
playoffs.
prime. Like in his prime, when he was in his
prime.
prime, is like opened up the court the way he shot. And it would be weird for him to leave and to be like, I think we're going to be a better shooting team next year. And it's like, without the best shooter,
I have a
like,
solid
that's
argument.
crazy.
In his prime, he was younger. Jared Verse is younger, cheaper, lot cheaper, and you muted yourself.
And he muted himself.
You can keep that on.
Yeah, that's fine. We're good. We're good. Yeah, he's mad.
You can't even take it off. It froze.
Yeah, he's muted. All right, next point. He probably can't even argue this one.
He did it again as soon as he started talking. I'm not doing that, Chad. That is not me.
Yeah, your mic is muting itself.
Angel, go ahead.
It's probably overheating.
Go ahead on your
Talk
outlook.
about. No, the defense. I think can we think the defense can not be better or worse? Can it just be what it was? Oh, the chord's messed up. Oh, I'm sorry. Feel bad for you. Can the defense just be what it is now? Just what it is. It could be 3 to 6 ranked. No, 3 is going to be higher. Like 5 to 8, I would be okay with it. I don't see them drop. I would hate for them to drop out of the top 10. Because if they do drop out of the top 10, this team will probably win 3 games again because that defense won you a lot of games last year. But I kind of side with you, Mike. I don't see a big drop off. If you do, I do think it is probably, I don't know, maybe some injury related thing. I'm worried about the run defense, if they're going to solve that. If Malik Collins is not there, we talked about that last week. But other than that, I think we're good there. And I do think it's a problem with the Browns, that side of defensive tackle side on the side of my Mason Graham, because I think they've tried to find some substitutes, some backups, and I think they're throwing darts at the wall. I think we'll be talking about that by the end of this season of who they're going to draft in the defensive tackle position next year to replace Malik Collins, because they're going to need help there. Next one, the offensive line is not fixed just because they added 5 new players.
Could I go first?
I think you have to. Oh, Chad's working. Okay, go ahead.
Are you working, Chad?
First.
Yeah, I'm working.
Okay, good. Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm back.
Yes. Yeah, Mr. Positive today. Yes, you added 5 new guys, right? I think the line last year was in such a just horrible dismay that I think no matter who you brought in, I think would have made this offensive line better. I think not only the coaching is going to be better with the offensive line, and the players will be much better, the offensive line. And again, that's another thing we said a couple times. My phone is actually recording everything I'm saying. I'm about to send it to you, Chad. But anyways, I was trying to text you when your mic wasn't working. Anyways, there's a lot to look forward to with this line. And we said it again, 3 to 5 weeks, you'll probably start seeing them mesh better. and it'll start coming together, and you'll see what it can and or what it won't be. It's one of those things we're just gonna have to wait and see. But I'm looking forward to a lot this year, and I know I'm always the one with hope in the beginning of the season, and this year I have definitely the most I've had in probably the last five years.
Whew. 5 years. That's big hope. I
Big
think
hope.
that's big. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think people take this as like when we made this comment or when I posted on it, I think people take it as like, oh, so you don't think the line will be better? No, I think the line will be better. I just am not convinced that the line is fixed. Like I don't even know who's going to play each 5 position, and people are like, they're good, and I'm like, how can we say they're good when we don't even know which people are playing center and right guard? Like, let's wait until they put those people in to be like they're ready to go. And I just think, and again, if the line is fixed, there's 5 new starters this year, and almost no matter how you shake it up, there's 5 new starters. If they're fixed, that means Andrew Barry's batting 1,000. It means he hit every person he brought into this team on the line was a hit. And I'm like, well, if that's the case, holy cow, we better start talking about him as the best GM in football, because no GM replaces every player in a position group and gets every single one right. That is incredibly high numbers to
But we're the
achieve
Browns.
100%. Like, it'd be great. Like that, give it to like last year, he had one of the best drafts that we've ever seen in Cleveland. He didn't get every single pick right. Like he didn't hit on every pick. He just
Pick 2 quarterbacks and
hard.
2 running backs.
Yeah, we have
That's
Dylan
true.
Gabriel in pick 94 instead of Xavier Watts. Like he missed.
And we're
that
fighting
one.
over a 5th rounder right now. Yeah, Cleveland.
Fighting.
We passed on Tyler Shuck.
Yeah. Tyler
My
Shuck.
guy.
Yeah.
We'll see. He's still got a lot to prove.
The line isn't fixed. It's just repaired. Okay. It's patched. Okay. I think that's the best terminology we should come up with, because I don't know. These guys are 2-year contracts anyway. So I think Barry knows these are the best guys that are available. Let me get these guys in. They're versatile. We talked about that last week. We can move them around when someone gets injured, which is probably a smart move considering the last couple of years with the offensive line, constant injury issues. So I think the repair is a good term, but to say it's fixed, I'm not 100% sure. Yes, repairing it will make it better, but fixing it will make it solid, like where you can ride them for the next 3 to 5 years, and you can run Junkins for 15, 16, 1,700 yards a year.
Dude,
think
our
that's great.
coach's
I think
name
that's a
is
great term.
Warhop. It doesn't get any better than that, man. Come on.
That's gonna be sweet.
And people like him. That's a good coach.
I hope they surprise me. I don't think they're going to be dead last, but I wouldn't put them in the top 10. If they're
And
somewhere
that's
in the
another
middle,
thing, Angel. That's a good point, because like we have a pretty high standard for the offensive line. We went through like terrible years and good years alike, where regardless of what was happening, we had like a top offensive line unit for several years. And like the
Yep.
standard for us is like pretty high. Like we're talking just like our defense, like good enough is not going to be line 14. Like we want top 10 offensive line, if not top 5. And that's like what we got accustomed to for a while, where it was like Nick Chubb could get 5 yards without being touched at some points. And
Yep.
after he was touched, he got another 4. Like that for a while, we just had a killer offensive line. And so like, if they're 19th, that would be a giant improvement. If they're 14th, that would be a giant improvement. But like, I am going to be excited again for them to eventually be working this line back to a top 10 unit or better.
Yep, I agree.
I think it could
100%.
happen. I think it
Ne-
really could happen.
Yeah, I know. I
could.
think it can
It could.
eventually happen. Yes, but like I'm bothered by. So Dan just said the money Barry gave Zion and Howard, he better hope they hit. I think that's
lot.
it. I get it. I understand. But that's the market, right? That was the market. You would not have gotten any improvement unless you paid those guys that money. Unfortunately, he paid them, and you're going to see the offensive line money go up again next year, and if you think it was bad this year, I already looked at the free agents last year. There's nothing too good there either. So you better hope you get something out of this offensive line and the 2 that they drafted, and then maybe draft another guy late, and they kind of patch holes that and those offensive line with some younger guys as the year go on. But I
With
think,
Zion and Jenkins, he's betting that he paid them and they are going to take a leap.
yeah,
Like, he didn't pay them for what they did. He's paid them for what he thinks they can be
oh,
here with this coaching staff and this system.
Zion is a below average starter, but we have Warhop, right, Mike? You
Yeah,
can
and you
make
also
anyone
got
great.
that Michigan guy, Zach Zinter, that can play right guard and center.
Versatile, man.
Again.
Versatility is key.
I'm kidding. I was
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, hey, man, throw him in there too. Why not?
Again, he had a
Next-
trash year last year, obviously, but you look at a guy like Jerry Jeudy, who was consistently underperforming in Denver, a better team than we are. And Barry said, I think we can bring him in and extend him because I think I can get more out of him here based on his potential than what they got. And the first year he was here, we got more out of him. And like, that's what they're thinking with these guys is like, yeah, sure, they were just okay at these other places. But I think if we can get their maximum potential, then that's what we're going to pay for. He's just got to get it. It just has to happen.
Next one, Gabriel. We're talking about the most unpopular opinions this offseason that we've said. We meaning maybe one of us, because I don't remember saying this. This might be Chad. Gabriel may be the last man standing.
at his height, yes. Yes,
Come on, man.
you're not wrong. While everybody else is taking
So size this. So
What's
size this.
size
This was the one. So this one was my bold comment from the earlier in the offseason, and almost everybody disagreed with this. But I still stand firm that if Sanders and Watson don't come out and play this year, and one of them doesn't look like the Browns' future franchise quarterback, both of them could be gone, and Gabriel could be the last guy sticking around the Cleveland Browns quarterback room if they have to go in another direction next year.
I would trade him.
They're
for
not going to
Muggsy
want to bring in
Bogues
a
right
rookie.
now.
They're not going to want to I just see a world where they don't want Sanders on their bench, and they'd rather move him. And if Watson doesn't blow it away, you don't want him anywhere near this team in the future. And so I just thought I didn't think it was the craziest take that if Sanders doesn't work out, Gabriel could be the one that still lasts here.
I mean, I get you. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I would kind of get on board with that. Gabriel
Do you want to bring in Arch Manning? If you think, do you want to bring in Arch Manning and have him and Shador Sanders as your quarterback room? Nope. I don't. Could you see Dylan Gabriel?
You think
this
fan base is split now?
We would explode.
It would
Look at Scott's comment.
What about Green? Come on.
Hey, he's big talk of the town right now, guys. Since there's so much quarterback controversy in Cleveland.
No faith in that kid at all.
Green,
I hope I'm wrong. I hope he does something.
Green is green. Green is green. He is green. He's raw. He's still being molded. Like you want to say maybe next year? Sure, I'll hear it. But
the Cleveland motto.
If Green is playing a game for the Cleveland Browns this year, your year is miserable.
You seen DTR?
You see how that turned out?
Right.
That year was miserable.
Yeah,
That's
you
my
don't
argument
want to put
to that.
you don't want to put raw rookies into the game if you are at all hoping, even if you're losing, if you're at all hoping to let your guys progress and build something. You just can't have that raw of a guy in the game. That's crazy.
I honestly, I'd rather see Green than Gabriel. I would.
I just don't think coaches would. And like I said, my only scenario is in the scenario that Shador doesn't prove himself as a franchise quarterback, and we all hope that he does. I could see a scenario where you don't want him in the room with your rookie next year, and you don't want that media storm, and you don't want the fans going at it and splitting the locker room. So you just stick with the person that is benign and doesn't bother anybody to be in the room with them as the backup, and you play the game. Nobody's going to be calling for him. So I can see a world where you have Lenora Sellers, Arch Manning, Dante Moore, any rookie for next year. And you're like, I would rather have Gabriel backing him up than Watson or Sanders. And that's the only scenario. But people were like, in no circumstance could Gabriel stay. And I just think it's that one scenario is on the table.
One thing we have to remember too, Gabriel is mobile. He can move.
He's
I
just a
mean,
guy. He's just a coach's
he's
guy. He's gonna
yeah,
listen.
he's
He's gonna
small though, man.
study.
He's
He's gonna do. He's really.
he
Could
is
you
small.
imagine Lenora Sellers like this tank, and then next to him
Oh, dude.
Is it-
is
is
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Concussion, pancake.
That is
like,
yeah.
there's no way, man. I don't see it being realistic, to be honest. Quarterbacks take hits, especially if you're mobile. You're going to take a hit. For a guy of that size, not being sizist, I'm just saying, generally speaking, if you're going to have some 6'4" linebacker that's 250 pounds running at you and he's going to clobber you, dude. No.
A lot of
You're
people
done.
are saying Dylan to Atlanta. I don't. Is
Yeah.
there a world where
A
he
lot of
stays on the
quarterbacks there.
team? Yeah, they have a lot of quarterbacks. They have like 4'10". Yeah, there's a
I
lot
mean,
there.
I could see next year. I could see like, okay, one of their two quarterbacks in the competition don't work out, so they move on from him, and then next year, coach is like, well, I need a new backup, so I'm going to bring in, like let's say Penix wins this competition or ends up the starter at the end of the year. You're just going to move on from Tua. He's on a 1-year deal, and that's where I could see you bringing Gabriel. This year, though, the room's pretty full.
Yeah, I
Plus,
don't see him
Stefanski
going
take him
for.
back.
Yeah, maybe. And they'll all be left-handed, which would be
Which would be so funny. It's the
that
perfect
would be
room for
yeah, it'd be a perfect room. Hey, since we're all left-handed, we're gonna play this way anyway. So I guess it's consistency. Next one, Denzel Ward's value as a vet. A lot of people will say he's a first-round trade. You can get a first-round pick for him. I've seen a lot of that. I've seen second round. I would want a second round for him, depending on
If
where
the
that second
team-
round is.
I think if a team is thirsty enough for a good guy like him, they'll give up a first round.
Oh, no way. I don't see it.
I
With his
see it.
history, like where are you in the pecking order of like your Super Bowl aspirations where you're willing to give up next year's first round pick for Denzel Ward? But also, I think this goes both ways. Like, one, what is his value on the trade market? And two, what is his value to this team? Because I think people don't realize his value here. I've heard a lot of reports that are like, why don't you just move on from him? You're moved on from Miles. And I'm like, you just want to move on from every veteran? Denzel Ward loves the Cleveland Browns possibly more than every single player on this team.
Yep.
Mhm.
He's never asked for a trade. He's always like been a good soldier. He's always talking at the Browns. He's positive even through all of the bad seasons and changes. He's just always like the ultimate Cleveland Brown. He is like a Nick Chubb level of like quietly does his job. And when you interview him, he's just, we're going to do what we got to do. And I just think people are so ready to be like, well, let's see what we can get from him in a trade. And it's like, is a third round pick you might get for him from like a low second, because somebody that's losing isn't going to pick him up, right? If I'm trying to think of a good team example. If the Lions or the Rams are out, but the team like that, the Seahawks need to bring in a corner, and they're going to give you a second, you're not expecting that to be a very good second. You're probably planning on that being a low second. So, like, are you going to get out of that pick, like, what he can do for you here? And again, that's your best case scenario pick. I still don't think teams are going to give you that for him. But
Let me bring up one more scenario. Angel, who was your X factor last week?
I was gonna say Hines Ward. I don't know why I was gonna say Hines Ward. I have
Singing
no
catch-up.
clue. Tyson Campbell.
Tyson Campbell.
I would agree with you, but my issue is who is going to be the Tyson Campbell to Tyson Campbell, and I'm worried about the depth at corner like it is when one of the two guys go down. I just don't see. I think what keeps Ward on the team is need over value, and you can't get rid of somebody who's valuable in the community, who's valuable on the team because his position. And not only add value, but he's a need. Like Miles, you were able to trade him. He was a need, but you got a need back. You got burst back. So you got need for need, and then you got extra picks. I don't see somebody giving you a need, which is another corner, plus picks. Unless someone trades you someone younger corner you believe in,
if
kind
you
of
could
like
pull
the whole
another
Houston
Tyson
thing.
Campbell pick where
Tyson
like he's
Campbell
a little
pick.
worse than Ward, at least this guy was supposed to be worse than Newsome.
Yeah.
He's a little worse than Ward, but he's younger. But like that's such a random scenario. and exactly what you said. Like the only reason the Miles trade happened is because Jared Verse became available, or else they just weren't going to do it. And I think that is probably the only scenario with Ward. Like the part of the reason you'd said in your like, yes, Campbell is the X factor, but it was because you need a second corner or you're going to get roasted. And if you get rid of Ward, now you're putting Campbell on Jamar Chase and you're counting on him to be Denzel Ward. And then you have no one on the other side to guard like T. Higgins. Like you cut your defense's like thumb off. And
Yeah.
you're just like, well, now good luck gripping anything. Like you lost, like, if you don't have your secondary, like that defensive line, you just cripple everybody.
I do like how you put that. Obviously, a team with dual threat receivers could be a huge benefactor to us, losing a guy like that and not
KD
gaining
He still
another
has
guy.
next year. He's not even on the last year of his deal. He still has 2026 season and the 2027 season.
I
So
just
like,
looked it up.
yeah, so like it's not even like, well, you're gonna let him walk next year anyway, so you might as well trade him. That's the scenario I think that would make more sense, is trading him maybe next year, but this year,
They still
ooh,
take
that's
on
a lot.
that's still a massive contract for over 30-year-old corner
Mhm.
who's, I mean, he's still, I'm
There's
not
a history.
dismissing him. Yeah, he's still, and his play's consistent, but it's slowly
He's
going
on the
down a little
decline
bit.
for sure. It's a
Yeah.
bummer too because he's been so good for so long. I couldn't believe they put him in that ESPN's list for the top 10 corners, and I was like, I can't believe he made the list because I don't think he's going to be on the NFL top 100. But
Yeah. He's next question. This last question too. This was a bad job for an inexperienced coach.
I'm not gonna. I don't think so. I really don't. I'm not gonna call him inexperienced either. He's been in the league forever, just playing coordinator rules.
no, this is not about Todd Monken.
It's about the young guy.
This is about just literally that statement that the Cleveland Browns this year would have been a bad job for a inexperienced coach.
Uh,
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
boo.
call Todd Monken an inexperienced coach. He's
Yeah, like
coached-
we're talking about
That's-
the that
that's how I
question
read
just-
that. I was like, wait a minute. Sorry, my apologies. Won't
No,
let it
that-
happen again.
This
till
was
next time.
during this was after they chose Todd Monken. We had kind of said, well, maybe that's for the best because like all the other candidates, which a lot of them we were excited about, and we thought like, oh, there's a lot of fun things to like about these guys. But then when it all said and done, and they ended up picking Monken, it was like, well, potentially like maybe this wasn't a very good job for somebody who had never been a head coach or coordinator before to jump in and like try to take over this with Shador Sanders and all the media, Deshaun Watson and everything that went on with him, a bunch of new assistant coaches you have to bring in, all like 50% of this team are in their first or second year in the entire NFL and like need so much guidance. And so a long way back, we had said like this might not be the best job for these young guys that we like see could be really good in the future. This could kind of like spiral them and end up like messing up their trajectory as like a young coach. And that included like some of the guys
Ravens.
that it like,
screwed.
and a lot of teams hired like really young guys or first year coach. And we looked at Shieldhouse and what was the other dude's name?
Jesse Minter was on there.
Shieldhouse and the guy I like.
Who's the guy
He's a
that
guy.
you
He's
like
in
that came from,
Jacksonville
like,
still.
Yeah, that came right to the end, right to the finish line. Was Shieldhouse.
Jacksonville's OC.
That's like
Um,
Grant.
is it-
He was their quarterback's coach or whatever, or their OC, but he doesn't call the plays. I can't think of his name. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. Like they end up not getting in the job, and we are like those are
Grant
guys that you could-
Udinsky.
Yeah, that's
Udinsky,
it.
yes. So
Udinsky.
Udinsky and Shieldhouse, and I remember us making the point later with Monken, like maybe this just was not the year with this young team and all of the turmoil and coming off 2 bad seasons in a row to add a young guy, and that was just a comment that we got a lot of pushback on, like they should have just went with the younger guy, and now they've got a chance to develop him and all this stuff, and I was surprised more people. And if people came around to Monken in a couple
Yeah.
days, you just had to hear him talk like once. But I was just surprised at how many people were disappointed that the Browns didn't get a really young guy because this is a tough job for a young guy. They have no consistency culture. They don't have a a set quarterback. It's not like you're bringing in a young guy to coach, Josh Allen. Like, you're bringing in a young guy to coach. You don't even know which quarterback
Yeah.
yet, and all new linemen and a bunch of babies you just drafted in 24 and 25.
I was the one that wanted a young coach, so
I did too.
I can speak from the heart. I was wrong.
Sam wanted
You
Mike McCarthy, remember?
you're every bit of right when it came to that, like, hindsight now, where now how you see the rosters made up, where it's going to be maybe 90% young. They're going to be in their
Maybe.
young 20s, easy. It's good to have a coach who's had a culture that he's built in Baltimore as far as offensively, who's coached underneath some of the best in Georgia and in Baltimore, and he's bringing every bit of that here. To me, I'm glad they did not listen to me when I was pounding the pavement for a young head coach, and they brought in someone like Todd Monken, though has no experience as a head coach, but every bit of experience as a coach and who has set up cultures of winning and development and developing, other players to be better each year. So thank you, Browns, for not taking to heart that I wanted Udinsky.
And I wouldn't be too hard on yourself, because guys like Udinsky and Shieldhouse, like, when you look at some of the stuff they may bring in the future, I can
Yeah.
see the excitement, but I don't. But I think a lot of people thought it should be at this place this year, and it's like,
Yeah, they didn't see it
maybe
that
if
way.
things were different, maybe if it were 2020 and you had Baker Mayfield and a great line and Nick Chubb, and you're like, let's see what this guy's mind can do for this team. But in 2026, when you don't know the quarterback and everybody's new, and you've got tons of guys coming off injuries, like, so chaotic, and like to not know, how to balance your offensive mind with all of the other things that come across your desk as a head coach, which, even though Todd Monken has never been a head coach in the NFL, he's been a head coach in college, and he knows how many other things need to be organized, and he's probably planned training camps and planned, how he's going to handle game day preparation, and like, just the thought of somebody who's doing that for the first time with the way the media is going to cover this team.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Everybody.
Something I want to point out something very quickly. Obviously, we have a new coach. He's an old school coach. The Pittsburgh Steelers also have an old school coach in Mike McCarthy. And you got the Baltimore Ravens, probably one of the leading teams, you would say, in the AFC North, right? I mean, hands down with Lamar. And my biggest thing is this year you're going to see a lot of changes in the AFC North completely. There's going to be totally different play. Remember 5 years ago when the AFC North was the toughest division to play? Everybody was like, oh, we're the toughest division. That's great. I'm not saying it's going to get back to that. You're going to see a lot of different things in AFC North. That the Bengals will probably remain pretty much the same. They didn't change much for their coaching staff or
They
anything like
added
that.
to their
So-
defense, though. They
But their
added to
defense-
their
Bengals
well,
having the
they had
longest
to.
running head coach in this division
That
is a
means something.
baffling thing I thought I may never hear for my entire life.
Yeah,
Because their owners are cheap, so they got to pay out the contract before they go. They got
they
to
just
play
pay
it
the
out, man.
receivers. That's it. But
I know, that's true. They have the most expensive receiver room in the NFL, for those that didn't see my post earlier this week. The Browns have the 21st most
21st,
expensive.
yeah.
The Bengals have the first most expensive. It's over $60 million in receivers alone. Oh, Joe Burrow, you've got their heart, I guess.
yeah, but guys, seriously, take that in consideration when you think about the record this year. We're playing our rivals, the Steelers, the Bengals, the Ravens. That's 6 games that could be very winnable alone. So, I mean,
Yeah, nobody is as scary as they used to be. Even the Ravens have a new coach and a lot of changes. Like, nobody's as terrifying as they were.
Also,
But
yeah,
it's still, like, a
Lamar's
tough
contract
team.
situation too. Lamar's
Mhm.
contract situation. They also have to pay. There's money have to go to the receiver.
Flowers.
Flowers needs to get paid too, so they're gonna have money issues. So,
So everybody,
that's some stuff.
it's the 21st. The Browns report to camp on the rookies report to camp on
23rd.
Thursday, the 23rd.
Let's go.
The veterans report the next week. So the reason we did this show today is because it's the end of the off season. So hitting our like most popular and unpopular takes of the off season. it's the last chance to do it because starting literally next Tuesday on our show, we will actually have Browns camp talk from this year to cover. Thank heaven.
Ooh, you see
It's gonna be
KP's
something.
KP's comment? That's a bold prediction.
Burrow misses the. Burrow misses the playoff. Demands a trade since he starts all over again. I think Cincinnati is going to win the division this year.
Opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think their defense is better. I think their offensive line got better last year, and I think their running back is going to play well. He's going to take pressure off the receivers. I think they're going to surprise some people.
If Burrow's hand can stay in good shape.
If Burrow can stay healthy. If not, they got Joe Flacco. He's on the bench instead of a couch. So he
forgot
won't
about
play
that.
well. He won't play
Jeez.
well because he's coming off the bench as opposed to
Oh.
couch. But we'll see how that is.
Hey, we had one of those. Tim Couch.
Yeah.
Anyways, bad joke.
Well, that's it. But I want to say this. We're going on the radio. And I want to say if any out there who is interested in sponsoring the show on WOBL,
Or if you know
I'm going to
someone.
say you know someone. You've heard the podcast. You listen to this podcast all night. This is who we are. I'm going to sell you us. If you're looking for a fresh, up and coming, 2-time local sports podcast of the year, now we're going to run with it because we got all Lorain County locked in, right? So we'll probably get a 3-peat, hopefully. We'll see. We are and I don't say this much. Mike knows I don't speak in extremes or try to brag too much on ourselves, but we are a great podcast. And I don't say that enough to the team or even to myself. But if you're looking to invest in a podcast or in a radio show, this would be the one because we are local guys who love our team. And at times we are going to be wide ranging opinions and we're going to debate. Sometimes we'll agree, but either way, you're going to get a consistent show of greatness and fun, humor. And we have we built this, Mike, over the internet. People follow us. People comment on our stuff. People are commenting in the chat. We built this. And if you put in money into this program, into this show, we promise you it will get bigger because we did this with limited money, with limited funds, and with limited time. So if you give us an opportunity, I promise you we will make you proud.
Couldn't have said
Also.
that any better.
There you
Man.
go.
Yeah, I want to thank all of you guys as well. Not only you, the fans, but you guys as well. Sam, even Gary, everybody that's been a part of this. Unfortunately, I'm going to say this: Sam will no longer be a part of the show. He's got a lot of things going on in life, so he's taking care of himself. Love the guy. Hope the best for him. And we are moving on to radio, which is something that I never imagined we would do. We literally started this thing 3 years ago, like I was telling Gary earlier. Started this as a little side project, hobby thing. We wanted to vent our frustrations about the Browns, and never in a million years did I think we'd be getting a phone call from a radio station saying, we love you guys and we want you to be a part of this. This is an amazing part of all of this. And thank you guys for being a part of this.
Get Dr. Chet a new microphone.
Is it doing it again?
No, someone just said it
No.
in the comments. KP.
But
Gunn.
it went out like half the show. It kept going out. I
Yeah,
think
I'll
it's
get you a new
cable.
mic, Chad.
And
I'll
by
get
the
you
way,
one of
yeah,
it's funny
these.
because KP Young said earlier, I think it was KP, that said Chad's cat is chewing on the cable, and it's really fun.
Yeah.
It's funny because she's been jumping on the table where my board is this whole time and jumping off and like trying to get closer to me. And I'm like, I wonder if she has been knocking the cable around. You might have
just
actually
see-
been
That would
onto
make
something. 'Cause
sense.
as soon as he said it, I'm like, oh my God, Whiskey has been jumping on that table over and over. I wonder if she's knocking the cable free.
You should name your cat Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Hut, hut.
Whiskey and peanut butter.
Whiskey and peanut butter. Coleman is not letting this down, but remember how we just went over our off-season predictions and stuff that we said. Kenny Pickett last year. He would have been the starter.
There you go,
man.
Ian. I remember Ian.
See-
Ian's not been on in a while.
Yeah,
Dude, thank you. Welcome
built it
back.
with your
Here's the Kenny Pickett hands.
finger salute, fellas. Appreciate Angel. That racist dude. Yeah, that's a different topic.
We'll
No,
leave
I
that
mean
one quiet.
outside of like I didn't mean to read that, but outside something happened on my page. It's irrelevant to the show.
No, he's talking about the other guy that usually joins our show and is the GOAT Shador Sanders guy. Quick clips. I believe you saw.
Quick
okay,
clips.
yeah.
But yeah,
I
James
missed him.
Frank actually sent me these. And
Oh,
I
awesome.
still keep them right here just in case Pickett comes up. They're coming out.
He's in Carolina.
Oh, I got to get a pair of these for the studio now.
Yeah, hang him up. Hang a big poster of Kenny Pickett in a practice Browns jersey.
And an ankle cast.
What would have been last year if he would have just stayed healthy?
Not
were
hurt
high
his
on him.
hamstring. If
You
he
were
had not
so-
hurt his hamstring, and I'm not saying he'd be great if he had not hurt his hamstring, I think he would have lasted longer than Joe Flacco. Because of his age alone, and I think they would have held on to him longer. It would have changed everything though, because if you have him, the 4 quarterback room, you move from him to Flacco probably, then to Gabriel and/or Shador. We may have never seen Gabriel, or we may have seen them both way later. It would have been a different year.
If it was up to Kevin, man, you would never seen Shador.
Probably. I agree with that.
He would
I
have brought
think
it
he
back
wanted to
in Joe
redshirt him.
Flacco hobbling on a crutch.
I think he didn't want him involved with this team until at least 2026. And if it were up to him, we would have not seen him even more than that one game. Probably never, because he wouldn't have traded Pickett and he wouldn't have traded Flacco. Barry was like, I do want to see both Gabriel and Shador. So Joe Flacco out the door, Pickett out the door. Good luck not playing them both now. And it happened.
Oh, Chad, real quick. 24-year-old quarterbacks. CJ Stroud, Caleb Williams, Bryce Young, Drake May, and Cam Ward.
All been in the league for a lot of years compared to one that we have.
But they're 24. Same
They
age.
have a lot of experience compared to the
Same
one
age
we
as
have.
who? Both of ours, right?
Shador. Yeah,
But yeah, aren't they
Shador's
both
24.
24?
Yeah.
Gabriel might be turning 25 sometime this season.
24
Yeah,
inches.
he's
as well.
24.
Oh.
Just young. I mean, and when I say young, I mean like last year. I mean young, like has no experience. Like he's not 20. I would rather he was 21 or 22, but he stayed through college. And quarterbacks are getting older in general. Guys aren't going to leave college early. Like in a different world without NIL, Arch Manning would have been in last year's draft, and so would have the one dude whose name I already forget, who got knocked for gambling.
Sellers.
No.
Sorsby.
Probably
Oh,
Sellers
Brandon
also.
Sorsby.
Those guys would have
Yeah,
all
Sellers
been in the NFL this season if NIL didn't pay them all $4 to $6 million to stay in college. Like the tides are changing. You're going to start getting 22, 23-year-old first-round picks instead of everybody being 21. Sam Darnold was 20 when he got drafted 3rd overall. 20. Baker Mayfield was the old guy, and he was just turning 23. And now that's like normal stuff.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's all we have for you tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming in and experiencing this wonderful announcement of us being on the radio. Just stay tuned to our socials. We'll remind you, don't forget August 15th, first live show. It's going to be fun. It's going to be different, but tune in. They're going to be in a radio studio. That alone, you should tune in. I mean, it's a selling
Awesome.
point.
It's so awesome. I love it.
The best part of it all
I
is
mean,
it's
that's all you need to know. Like, who cares if Mike and Gary's in the studio August 15th? That's all you need to know.
And it's
That's
like
all you need to know.
10 minutes from my house. It doesn't get
That's even
any better than
So
that.
nice for you. That's so nice. It's only 36 hours drive from mine.
There you go.
I expect you to be there.
All right.
It was the saddest face I've ever seen Chad make ever.
I'm hoping I got to get in town sometime for some show. That's awesome.
If not, I could Photoshop you inside of a picture.
Mm-hmm.
That what they call those those huge poster stickers, what they used to call those?
GIN, baby.
Fat
we
heads.
just-
Is that fat head? Yeah, fat. Give him a fat head of Chad in there. Pause. All right, guys, I got to go. Until next time, like always, go Browns.
Browns.
We're coming for you,
Go
Lorraine
Browns.
County.
Coming.